When I think of Lucy, I think of her hair. She had so much long, curly, beautiful, perfect corn silk hair. And the other thing I think of is the Johnny jumper. You know, those little contraptions you hang over the door and bounce? She would bounce for hours in it. She was a pro. The third thing I think of when I think of Lucy is Peter Pan. I got to play the part of Peter Pan when Lucy was about 18 months old. And she just completely fell in love. All things Peter Pan. She had a Peter Pan doll that she called Mommy, and she would fly it around the house.
She was a pretty exuberant, feisty, but sweet little girl.
The thing I remember about Lucy, when I went to their house, she would grab my finger and then she would
On Sunday, May 18th of 2008, just about 2.5 weeks before her birthday, we were leaving church and I handed her a little Tupperware of sliced apples. I could hear her wheezing and struggling in the back seat. I called for Vic and he ran over, started helping me and assuring me that she would be fine and that it was just a little glitch, it was just stuck and that we'd get it out.
So I took Lucy and tried the Heimlich, and Molly was panicky, and I told her, you know, don't worry, it's gonna be okay, because I couldn't imagine that it wouldn't be.
He ended up running around the parking lot to the fire station that's right next door to the church. I actually saw her body so limp in his arms.
And Molly yelled for help, and I think it was at that point that they called 911. And
I made my way over to the fire station, and I was so grateful that the fire station was so close, and unfortunately it was locked and no one was there. Eventually, she was life-flighted to Primary Children's Hospital.
I went with a friend before the helicopter left to try and be there at the hospital when she arrived.
She was technically still alive when we arrived at the hospital, but the brain damage was too severe, and we spent a very long but very sacred 4 days at Primary Children's.
I remember always seeing Molly curled up in the bed next to Lucy, holding Lucy, even with all the tubes, trying not to let go, you know, trying to will her back to life. And it was touching, you know, those were touching moments. And
as difficult as it was, I can't say that I've ever known better the hand of a loving Heavenly Father in my life than. There's definite words or intent that I associated with things that I felt in the hospital. One of those was, Vic, I'll take care of Lucy. You make sure that you take care of Molly. And that, for me, has been something that has helped me because I've had something to focus on.
You know, the miracle that we wanted for her to be revived and live again obviously didn't happen, but the miracle that we have found joy again is what is so amazing to me, because I truly didn't think we would.
Molly, she kind of grieved publicly, and she created a website that allows people to share their experiences with loss.
I discovered that it was very therapeutic for me to continue writing, so I decided to create this website specifically for grief, agoodgrief.com. I wanted it to be a place of healing where people could find hope and know that their grief and their pain is not in vain, and that it can evolve into something good, and that things can be learned and lives can be strengthened through tragedy and loss. I also wanted it to be a fundraising website specifically for headstones for children.
Picking out a headstone, it was hard. You know, you see your child as, you know, hey, this is one of the greatest persons to ever live, and you want something that will reasonably honor their life.
It's difficult, it's taxing, it's expensive, and I know a lot of people who put off getting a headstone for years and years, but it puts such a finality on the whole experience. We couldn't have done that without the generosity of others, and we've been able to help 4 families with their purchasing of the headstones.
I'm Amy Seville.
I'm David Seville.
We are here to meet Molly and Vic Jackson, and they have offered to help us pay for our son's headstone.
Hi. It's good to meet you.
Thank you.
This is Peter.
Hey, Peter. Hi.
Okay.
Dave.
Thanks. You're so welcome. I'm so happy to do it for you.
Yeah.
He
owns it.
all that.
You are able to come with all of it. Thank you so much.
It's nice to see how people come together and can help out in times of need. And that people really do have good hearts.
The hospital bills and the funeral costs, and we've been so blessed with people helping us. And to be able to have what we want, to commemorate Gabriel the way we want, is more than we could ever ask for.
It feels good to be helping someone else. I'm really proud of Molly for the website. We felt so blessed from all the support we received and felt kind of a duty to share and help as well. And so that website is one of the ways that we're trying to do that.